tip, you always want to follow this question with, how do these metrics tie into those of the teams I would work closely with? Benjamin Franklin once famously said, 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and the interviewer asking you, do you have any questions for me at the end of job interviews? Death and taxes, I can't really help you with yet, but there are 3 very good reasons to ask your interviewer thoughtful questions. First, it's a very simple way to show your enthusiasm for the job. Second, you get to showcase critical thinking skills. And finally, these questions are a great way for you to screen your future employer. In this video, not only will I share 5 brilliant questions to ask your interviewer, but I'll also give practical tips to help you avoid coming off as robotic and overly rehearsed. Let's get started. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff. Come for the historically accurate quotes and stay for the legitimate interview tips. You can start off by asking a question about the interviewer themselves. This acts as a transition to get the interviewer talking after having them mainly listen to you for the last 30 minutes. And instead of asking something generic like, how do you like working here? Try, I see you've been an account manager covering the retail sector for the past 3 years. Is your experience so far what you expected? Jeff did the exact same thing. Actually, by just adding their job title and the number of years worked, you've changed this question enough to go from something you've clearly memorized for this occasion to a tailored question for the interviewer. And finding this information on LinkedIn takes less than 5 minutes. There's no way something like that makes an actual difference. Check out what Mark Cuban said about this.
I like to say, the only stupid questions are the ones you don't ask, and that's not right? Because the questions you ask tell whoever more about you than anything else you do. In particular, it tells me about your preparation.
The biggest mistake you can make is to ask questions you can find the answer to online. And as you'll soon see, the theme of this video is to ask questions only the interviewer, the person sitting across from you, can answer. The second question to ask the interviewer is, if you think back to a recent hire that impressed you, what characteristics did they have? What did they do? This is an amazing question to ask because it prompts the interviewer to think about a specific person and provide concrete examples, making it much more meaningful than something like, what advice do you have for someone like me? Pro tip, note down what the interviewer says here and see if you have any relevant experiences you can bring up in the next interview. They've basically just told you the qualities they look for in new hires. Third question you want to ask in all your interviews, who will I be working with most closely? Which teams will I be working with? There are actually 2 reasons this is a must ask. First is a selfish reason. By knowing which teams you'll end up working with, you might be able to see if the role aligns with your long-term career goals. The second reason is that this question allows for natural follow-ups, making it more of a 2-way conversation than a robotic question, answer, question, answer. You mentioned the marketing team gives heavy input on the content we share with clients. How is the dynamic between these 2 teams? The fourth question you must ask the interviewer, how will my success be measured for the first 1 or 2 quarters? Because nothing gets a hiring manager more excited than new hires demonstrating they are data-driven and results-oriented. Pro tip, you always want to follow this question with, how do these metrics tie into those of the teams I would work closely with? This shows the interviewer you are already thinking about the implications of those success metrics and gives you more inside information on how the teams work together. The fifth question to ask is also the scariest to ask as an interviewee, and that is, do you have any reservations or hesitations about hiring me? We are scared of asking this question because we're not sure what to expect. But if you think about it, there are only 3 possible answers the interviewer can give you. 1, you got the politician answer, which is something like, nope, it was great chatting with you. Nothing jumps out so far. We'll reach out next steps. Great. No harm done, and you showed confidence in asking this question. Second possibility, the interviewer actually replies with something you can't really defend against. You're missing a hard skill or lacking in years of experience. Do not panic. Acknowledge this is an area you're still working on, then highlight transferable skills that apply to your situation. More often than not, the way you handle their objection matters a lot more than the objection itself.
Not what you said, it's just the way you said it.
Door number 3, you may be told something the interviewer straight up misunderstood. Perfect. This is your chance to demonstrate humility and turn a B+ interview into an A. Sorry about that, I didn't communicate this very clearly just now, but interestingly, I do have experience with retail export clients. During my time with Shein, I was actually responsible for. While you can't go wrong with these 5 questions, the key takeaways from this video should be 1, ask questions only the interviewer can answer, and 2, make small adjustments to your questions to make them sound less rehearsed. If you're interviewing right now, I highly recommend you check out my interview questions and answers playlist. See you on the next video. In the meantime, have a great one.